Yes, the market is shifting. You want to stay on and watch this video. So if you missed my 2 videos ago, you want to stay on and to the end and click and watch the video. If you like this content, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification to watch the upcoming videos in this shifting market. I recently talked about how the market is changing, and there's, documentation backing that up through California Association of Realtors. Basically, it's mainly due to the interest rates that have gone up. Literally, we're at about 2 points increase since the beginning of the year, and we're just at the beginning of May. With that, there has to be a correction that's happening in the buyer's pool. A lot of buyers are now, and really if you're a buyer, you need to get with your lender and renew your pre-approval. I mean, I am sending my clients, they're seeing a house on the market, and I tell them, please make sure that you recheck in with your lender and see what the pre-approval looks like now with your monthly mortgage amount with this new rate that we're in, okay? So you're not surprised. And really for me, it would be a disservice for me not to redirect you to relook at your numbers before we go look at any houses right now, okay? So that's on the buyer side. Now on the seller side, the pace is a little bit slower now for a house to go into escrow, especially the higher price range. So in my area, higher price range that I'm talking about would be anything $800,000 and up, okay? There's just less people in that pool now to be able to afford it, and it might take a little bit longer for the house to have an offer submitted that is satisfactory to the seller and for it to go into escrow. The other thing that I am now speaking to my clients who are sellers, so I have several properties that are coming on the market, right? For various reasons, they're not ready yet. They're not going live on the market tomorrow. And with that, we are kind of floating to see, and we don't really know. Nobody has a crystal ball, right? So we don't know what the pulse of it is going to be like by the time their house is on the market. I have always been sort of a conservative advisor to my clients. Let's not overprice the house. What is the point of overpricing the house? So let's say this is the market average and you're pricing it up here and you hope that the buyer is just going to somehow jump up and down and grab the house that is overpriced. Buyers are pretty savvy. They shop online just like as anyone would for other things. So when the house appears overpriced, it does not get the same traffic, which means it sits longer on the market. There's a thing called days on the market, DOM, okay, in our real estate agents world. You don't want longer days on the market, because the longer it sits on the market, guess what? The prospective buyers are watching, right? And they're going, it's been on the market for a while and it hasn't gone into escrow. What do they ask? What is wrong with the house? Why is it not in escrow? And so when the house is overpriced, right, and let's say this is the medium market pricing and it's overpriced, what happens is days on the market gets longer, and then the seller then decides to adjust the price. We do the price adjustment. So now we're chasing the market when we didn't have to begin with, right? And sometimes you end up with offers coming in below average market price because the buyer's thinking, well, they haven't sold it by now. Why don't we just try coming in below asking price? So none of that stuff is a feel-good thing for the seller. I, myself, as an agent, feel like I really haven't done my part if I haven't advised my client that that may be the case. So with the slower pace happening with the shift, the market shift that we're experiencing right now, you definitely want to price your home well, and talk to your real estate agent about that. There is no reason to overprice it right now, especially there's a little bit of a shift now where we have been a strong seller's market for the last 2 years since the pandemic started, but because of the slowdown and the increased interest rates, which takes away the purchasing power of the buyer, it's kind of a mixed market now. It's not completely strong seller's market. So sellers need to kind of just need to adjust their expectation as well of what's happening in the market. Make sure that you get with your real estate agent and really work through the process and the timeline. And if you want to learn more about how long does it take to put your house on the market, you definitely want to watch this video.